The stand at Maple & Co. It was a crisp autumn morning when Keisha Andrews, a vibrant and passionate young woman, walked into her office at Maple & Company, a tech consulting firm in the heart of the city. For Keisha, it was another day of proving herself in a company where diversity was more of a slogan than a practice. As a senior software engineer, she often found herself being the only Black woman in the room, her talents overshadowed by microaggressions and subtle biases from management. But today felt different today. Something was going to change. Her manager, John Larson, had always been a source of tension. His casual comments about her style of speaking and his tendency to take credit for her work had caused friction before. But what truly irked Keisha was the way he treated her during meetings. His dismissive tone, the lack of eye contact, and the passive-aggressive remarks had made Keisha feel like an outsider. She was tired of it. The tipping point came when Larson flat out denied her promotion, despite her stellar performance. Instead, he gave the role to a less experienced colleague, one who happened to be a personal friend of his. Keisha had spent sleepless nights debating what to do. Should she confront him directly or let it go? The injustice burned within her, and as the days passed, the decision became clearer. She knew she couldn't be silent anymore. Keisha had worked too hard, overcome too much, and watched too many doors close simply because of who she was. She was done one Tuesday morning. Keisha requested a one-on-one meeting with Larson. When she walked into his office, she felt a calmness she hadn't expected. She was ready, her words already prepared. "John," she started, her voice steady. "We need to talk." Larson looked up from his laptop, a faint smirk playing on his lips. "Sure, Keisha." "What's on your mind?" Keisha took a deep breath, collecting her thoughts. "I've worked here for over 3 years, and in that time, I've proven myself time and again. I've delivered on every project, often staying late and going above and beyond. But recently, I've been overlooked, and it's clear to me why. You've made it clear on more than one occasion that my efforts are not valued the same way as others here." Larson shifted in his seat, clearly uncomfortable. "Keisha, you're being too sensitive." "It's not about that." "No," Keisha interrupted. "It's not about sensitivity. It's about respect. It's about fairness. And it's about understanding that I am more than capable of doing the job. I don't need to prove that to you anymore." Her words hung in the air like a challenge, daring him to respond. Larson opened his mouth to argue, but Keisha continued. "You've made me feel like I need to fit a mold, that I need to tone down who I am to be heard. But I'm not going to shrink anymore. And I'm not going to let you or anyone here diminish my worth." The conversation paused as Larson glared at her, but there was no venom in Keisha's words, only truth. She had come prepared for this moment, knowing the weight of her words. She knew she wasn't just speaking for herself, but for the others who had been silenced for far too long. "You may think I'm just some diverse hire, but I'm more than that," Keisha said. "And I'm not going to stay silent anymore." As she finished speaking, she stood up, her body poised, her eyes unwavering. Larson sat back, a look of unease crossing his face. Keisha turned and walked out of the office, leaving Larson stunned and speechless. The next morning, Keisha received an unexpected email from the head of human resources, requesting an urgent meeting. Word had gotten around the office about the confrontation, and soon the whispers started. Some were supportive, others hesitant, but the ripple effect was undeniable. It seemed that Keisha's stand had inspired others to voice their concerns. In the HR meeting, Keisha was told that her complaint had been taken seriously, and an investigation would begin. Days turned into weeks, but Keisha's courage did not fade. The investigation uncovered more than just Larson's treatment of her. It revealed a pattern of discrimination and favoritism within the team. Her actions had sparked a conversation, a reckoning that had been brewing under the surface for far too long. The culmination came in an all-staff meeting, where the company's CEO stood in front of the team, acknowledging the systemic issues that had existed. He apologized to Keisha personally and announced that changes were being made to ensure fairer practices across the board, including new leadership training programs and a review of the promotion process. When Keisha's promotion was finally announced, the entire office erupted in applause. But it wasn't just for her. Success, it was a victory for everyone who had felt overlooked, dismissed, or marginalized. Keisha had stood up, and in doing so, had given others the courage to speak their truth too. As Keisha walked back to her desk, she felt a sense of pride wash over her. This wasn't just about one person confronting a racist manager. This was about creating a culture where everyone could thrive no matter their race, gender, or background. And as the cheers from her colleagues echoed in the background, Keisha knew this was only the beginning.